Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome to another video. President Trump has come up with another news which is on H1B visa, on how the selection process should be changed on H1B visa. So it's a proposed rule. Again, this is not finalized. They have just announced it this morning. That's what exactly we're going to talk about, how H1B visa is going to be changed for selection process. Let's get started. Alright, this might be a little longer video. I'll try to put the timestamps in the description, so skip to any part of the video you want to. I want to give you the context. I want to explain how it is happening right now, what are the changes and how it will impact, and a little bit of resources so you can do your own research. I also want to mention I'll be making a video with immigration lawyer who's gonna be talking in terms of how and what are the next steps should students take if this situation applies to them, and how can they tackle this situation. So subscribe if you haven't already, so that way whenever I make the video you get notification. Alright, before we get into any details, I just want to quickly mention what is this rule change. So people who just want a quick information, here it is. Basically the rule is proposing that we're going to remove the lottery process, which is right now the H1B gets selected randomly through a lottery, and so we're gonna remove this, and instead of this we're gonna try to do a ranking system which is gonna be ranked through salary. So based on your salary we're gonna pick, and that's how your H1B is gonna select it. That's kind of the gist of it. I'm saying that's the gist of it. I'm gonna go into very detail of how it's gonna work. But for the people who just wanted to know what was the rule changes, this is the rule change proposed. It's gonna be 30 days for people to comment and make challenges and appeal to law court and everything. All of that is gonna happen right now from today until 30 days. If everything goes fine, they will put out the final rule, but that's what the rule is proposing. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to explain you what happens right now, how the current selection process is for H1B, and then for what is this rule change and how it will impact and what changes are going to happen after the rule gets applied. For people who already know how the H1B gets selected, you can skip directly to that part, but people who don't know, you should definitely watch this part. Here's just a picture. So total number of visa gets allotted every year is 85,000 H1B visa, and there's a USCIS. They open registration on day one and then that's closes. So what typically happens is people will put every single one will apply on day one. Most likely everyone will apply on day one, and that's what they are claiming. If you read the rule, I will also put a link of description of entire rule so you can read it on your own time. It's like very long 50-60 page of rule. On day one they get 85,000 plus application. I'm just guessing, but they probably get a lot of application, and in day two, day three they get more application. So like 100,000, 200,000 basically from last, according to this news and according to the rule which they proposed. They're saying that since last 10 years they've always got more than 85,000 application for H1B visa, which is, so demand is higher, supply is lower. Currently what they are doing is they do a random selection, and when I say random selection, here's what happens. Everybody applies online right now. They have to apply online, electronic submission, right? Everyone applies online. And that is not a petition filing. They're just saying that, hey, we want to file for a petition. Once you are selected, then you can continue filing your petition. So before this, there is a lottery system happens. So imagine a bowl where there's 100,000, 200,000 application. They just randomly pick, and literally they say like, oh, this person, that's lottery. So after the registration is closed, out of how many people have applied, they pick 85,000, which is lottery wise. They just randomly pick, and it's like, okay, this person is selected. That way they select 85,000, and then they notify the employer saying that, hey, your application has been received and has been selected, please move further. So then the employer gets 90 days, I think, to submit submit or file for a petition, which is the actual petition where they have to submit everything, all the documentation, and then, you know, once the application is submitted, they register a case. Once the case is registered, they do the background check and everything, like make sure that everything is valid, and then the visa gets approved and gets stamped. I mean, obviously for stamping you have to go to your country or any country outside United States and get stamped after an interview. They are proposing right now is they are saying that instead of doing a random selection, because what happens, and here's their justification for not doing random selection, is they're saying that when we do the random selection, what happens is there are a lot of employers who file H1B petition which are below prevailing wage, which means according to H1B visa proposing, like the whole entire purpose of H1B visa was that it is meant for highly skilled labor and highly earned labor. So if the person is highly skilled, they need to be paid highly. So again, I made a video just, you know, couple of weeks back, I think, which was about high wages increment in the H1B visa. Go and check it out if you haven't already watched that. When we do random lottery selection or a random selection, they miss out on some highly skilled labor because it's a random selection. They don't know who's getting selected, and sometimes they select employees and labor which are lower pay wage, and instead of doing that, we would rank the application based on the salary. Same diagram, just a little bit of changes. 85,000 still available every year. They will still allot H1B visas for 85,000. What they are saying is that USCIS will open, and now on day one, when the applications are filed, they have to add one more thing on the form, electronic form, which they have to submit. Still electronic, everything is still same until now. On that form, there will be another declaration of salary, like how much salary they are making and what is the wage level in that area. I will be talking a little bit about wage just in a minute. On the day registration closes, what they will do is they will take all the application and they will rank it based on the salary. That's what it is here. High salary, medium salary, low salary. And I'm saying it in a very easy term, but it's called OES. Wage salary level 4, level 3, level 2, level 1. Level 1 is the last one. And if it falls below the prevailing wage, then it goes by default to level 1. Biggest question is, how do you find what is the salary range and for my area, for my occupation? I have that detail. Okay, here's the website which you see. It's called flcdatacenter.com. It's the website where you can find what is the salary range you have to be on and all the level. If you read the rule, it says level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Level 4 is what they are saying that you should be making on H1B visa, and that's how they're going to rank it from level 4 to level 1. And here's how you find it. You can do wage quick search, where if you know all the codes and all for your job code. I don't know, so I'm just gonna go through this one, which is normal search. I'm gonna go, let's go California because I'm from California, and then over here there's a lot of other things. I'm just gonna click on all industry database because I want to see everything, and then I'm gonna go to, let's see, Sacramento. Instead of Sacramento, I'm actually gonna go to Orange County, which is LA area, which is a very popular area. Then the next is enter a keyword or a phrase which is for your job position. So if you are a project manager or a business analyst or a software developer, you just have to type that. So we're gonna do, you know, project manager because let's do software because that might be a little easy. So just type that, or you can also go through this list. You can see sales manager, blah blah blah. All this list you can go through. I mean, you can actually go through software. I'm just gonna do software and then click search. There. Then you will get the list based on every keyword which has software. There are several positions of them. You can, and now you might fall into one of them, but it will give you a good idea what salary you should be in. So I'm just gonna go to software developer. You can click on this view wages there. So you can see this page right here. If you are in LA, in Long Beach area, in Anaheim area, and if you're in this county, and if you're a software developer, if you need to be making $200,000 $202,000 a year. Wow. Yes, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. You don't have to be 200,000. You can also be 180,000. Level 1 is 116, which means this is the minimum salary you need to have. That's like the minimum salary. So if you have 120, you will still fall under, level 1 and level 2. So I am now curious to see what the salary will be for project manager. Let's see if they have project. Oh, there is IT project managers. So I'm gonna go. Okay, so project managers are less. See, we project managers make less money. Level 4 is $162,000 a year. So that's the salary if you are project manager in Long Beach, Los Angeles, NM area, Orange County area. You need to be making this much money. Just to put this whole thing into perspective, let's say these are the application. I'm just putting 10, but assume there's gonna be hundreds and thousands of applications who are filing for H1B visa. Here are their salaries. So this is how they're gonna go into the system, electronic, when they submit it. Before the rule was proposed, before this rule, anybody can be selected regardless of the salary. Anybody. I can just randomly say, like, I want number 7. Number 7 has $75,000, right? Doesn't matter. That's lottery based system. What they're saying is, now instead of doing that, we will actually go from top to bottom, and whoever has the highest salary according to their wages, we are going to go into that. This is number 1, number 2, number 3. So these are the rank. They will be selected and they will go until 85,000, and then once the 85,000 is hit, they will say that you are selected and then do the further procedure. There are some if conditions that if they did not receive enough application, if they received the application below 85,000, which I don't think will ever happen, but let's say if they did not receive 85,000 application, they only receive 80,000. What then? They will select all the application which have applied. So regardless of your salary and how much you make, if the H1B visa applications are less than 85,000, then this doesn't matter because everybody will be selected. Now there's another if condition, which is that let's say out of 85,000, 50,000 you were able to rank it by salary. Now next, all the application which have filed have the same salary. What will you do? How will you pick another 35,000 application? At that time, they will do random selection. At that time, they will do lottery selection because everybody has the same salary at that point. I think it is really interesting. I would rather prefer the ranking system than random lottery based, because if you're doing lottery based, you don't really know. You're just, dependent on your luck. Like, will you get it or will you not get it? Because, anybody can get it at that point of time. In my opinion, I think they are going in the right direction. The only thing is the wages. I don't think 200,000 is justifiable for someone who's entry level. And in their defense, they're gonna say, well, if that is not justifiable, then he's not highly skilled, or he or she is not highly skilled, so they should not get the visa. So that is a tough one, and that part I feel is going to be challenged by. And I already know there are so many universities, there are so many companies, corporate companies, who have filed lawsuits against that salary increase, which is so with that is already in the process. So what I think might happen, and this is just a speculation, that they might still keep the ranking process, which I like, that they should do the ranking wise, because that'll be good, but they might not keep the salary level wage 4 requirement, like you have to make level 4 to get an H1B visa, which I think is too high. So if that happens, then we don't know what to do. But if that doesn't happen, then they might, all the lawsuit and court has been challenged already. So then in that case, they might modify the number of salary, or like they might put some cap on the salary. Something might happen, but I think they might keep the ranking system, because Trump always said that he wants to move to a merit-based immigration system. So maybe this is the step towards the marriage-based system. I just want to remind that November 3rd is an election day, so there's gonna be a lot more changes coming. If President Trump stays, we don't know if he's gonna keep all this or just gonna throw out because he only wanted votes. we don't know. Or Joe Biden might come and he might change policies because we don't know what immigration policies he's going to bring up. So again, there's a lot happening because election is nearby. I'll keep you guys updated whenever the new news comes up for immigration. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. Kara hustle every single day.